Let's go to teams trending down. All right. So your options here are Rutgers, Kansas State, Iowa State, Clemson. Goodman, we'll go reverse snake.
So I want to make sure I get it right here because so I'm taking to dinner the team that I like that I still feel the best about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Kansas State.
Okay.
Still for dinner, just because I feel like they've got two dudes. Like we talked about Noel. I know he's small, but they got Noel and Keontae, two dudes, and a coach with a ton of energy. So I'll go Kansas State there. I will go Roses to Iowa State. They went to Sweet 16 last year. Totally different team, but they're tough as shit. Now Rutgers is too, so it's tough to tell a difference. Iowa State and Rutgers, line them up. It's like same deal. They're going to kill you. Like neither one could score at a great clip, but they're tough. And Clemson, I'm going to ghost. I'm still not sold on Clemson.
Yeah, you got to ghost Clemson. I don't know how you don't ghost Clemson at this point. And I think you're 100% correct. You got to take Kansas State to dinner because the two best players in this entire conversation, right? With all due respect to PJ Hall, with all due respect to Paul Mulcahy, with all due respect on whoever you want to say is the best player on Iowa State. I don't know if there is a best player. I think that they're just a program, right? I think the two best players in this conversation are Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson. Yep. And I think I would also make the argument that the best coach in this conversation is probably Jerome Tang.
So I disagree with that. I'm going to fight you on that because he's still 3/4 of the way of his first year.
Okay.
I mean, that's a preposterous statement.
I'm taking Steve Pikiell, honestly, when we're looking at this.
How is it a preposterous statement?
Because he's 3/4 of the way through the year and you just like anointed him as John Wooden.
I didn't. Okay, that is absolutely not what I did.
And you were like, that's
not what I did. I anointed a guy whose career at Iowa State is encapsulated by a year where he's sitting at 7-5 in the Big 12 and a year where he went 7-11 in the Big 12. A guy that's a coach at Rutgers, right? And a guy who up until this season was probably going to end up getting fired. Like if he doesn't get in the tournament, he's going to get fired. Okay. It's not a crazy thing to say that I think Jerome Tang might be the best coach out of that group. You want to say Steve Pikiell? That's fine. I'm not going to push you back on it. It's the middle, like picking between Rutgers and Iowa State is like, it's the same thing. It's like picking your favorite brand of spinach, right? You're not going to love either answer. You're not going to hate either answer. But if you put a little bit of salt on it and you saute it up just right, like
some mayo. Could you put some mayo on it, Rob?
Why would you put mayo on spinach?
How do you put mayo on everything?
I put mayo on sandwiches, and sometimes I like to use it.
By the way, what brand mayo do you use?
So, I tend to stick to like the Hellman's light mayo. Just you kind of
the healthy option. The healthy option of mayo.
Healthy option.
Rob's splurging though. Hellman's, that's the expensive kind.
No, Duke's is the expensive kind.
What is Duke's is the
one. You don't know anything. Couldn't have just
you can't talk mayo if you're not big in the mayo.
Duke's mayo? I don't know.
You don't know what you're talking about with mayo. So
I've had Hellman's.
Wait until we get to the catch-up conversation and just kind of sit down. All right.
Wait. So who are you giving a card to then?
Whoever, I'll give a card to Rutgers because I'm in the state of New Jersey, and then I'll give roses to Iowa State.
Okay, cool. I'm taking Kansas State to dinner as well. I'm giving roses to Rutgers because I've been on record saying they're my favorite team in the Big Ten, and I just love the way they defend. Love Steve Pikiell. Big Ten bias coming out there. Giving a card to Iowa State, and I'm ghosting Clemson. With you all 100% on that one.